Testing, testing. Now, I have to find the replay reviews that were sent to me. I think this time it was for you and the Guile. Okay. Let's see what happened this match. Oh, hey Ramo. You're here early. Good to see you. I was thinking about whether or not to do a live replay review like this, or just, you know, for like a shorter review, just stick to the notepads. Both are quite good. The notepad reviews tends to be a lot faster for you to get the answers you need. All of the comments would have been summarized. But in the stream, you can obviously ask more questions and maybe test some new ideas that haven't been explored before. So all the Jamie players that are watching can learn something new. Start jump. Okay. That was a risk you didn't have to take. Unlucky, got clipped by the crouching medium kick there. It was okay to drink there. You do not care whatsoever if this guy is chucking out fireballs. Which I think is definitely worth it, because not having drink level 0 is going to be awful. Or perhaps losing this much HP for drink level 1 is completely acceptable. Okay. Drink number 2. You go for the dive kick. So when you throw out a move, especially something like a dive kick that can bait something, think about what happens next. So if I was just it's player 1. See what I mean? There's like maybe a punish counter here. Maybe 6 HK. There we go. Into the Shun Shao, you know the drill. Okay, I don't think that would have worked. What about 2 HP? Not quite. This is another funny option that you can do, where if you think the opponent is going to poke and you know they're out of range, you can safely do this and do a ton of damage. Although this is like high level situational awareness, and you're like reading the spacing and guessing. You have to be looking for it, or for me personally, it's like more of an intuition vibe based thing. You know, I just go for it. I'm like, this will punish counter. Doesn't happen all the time, but when you listen to your intuition, it's probably going to happen more often than not, which is a skill in of itself. Because the other argument is, if you listen to your intuition too much, you're just straight up gambling. You know, you're playing a little bit too crazy. I won't be pressing the end replay button. Anyway. You got the counter hit here, so... But that was just because there was a delay. You were like, So perhaps, you know, just trust yourself a bit more and go for these plays. And this counter hit would be a punish counter. I think here we have a build more meter. And that's better than doing just 1 to RP. If you're at drink level 0, doing 2 5 LKs there into light arrow kick, I think that's optimal damage. Haven't checked that though, so don't quote me on that. Yeah. Moving on. So during the free hits of Wrecker or a throw, where I know nothing is happening on the screen, this will be time to look at the resources on the screen, where I can divert my mental stack, my focus. I take it away from the game and I just look at the health bars, the resources on the screen, because there's no risk of anything happening for a few seconds. So I can absorb all of that information, and then here make a more informed decision. So this might be, Ryu has less than 3 bars of drive. I'm going to go for a burnout, some kind of burnout setup. So at the target combo here, where is it? Oh, this might be tricky, because I paused it at a bad time. Yeah, I'm gonna redo that. That doesn't quite reach, but you know, I might go for something like this. Like deliberately drop the combo, so I start attacking the drive. Which might be a bit more risky considering you're less than half health. but it's an option that you should be thinking about for sure. Anyway, I mean, in my mind it was like safe jump corner, burnout, jump 2 HP, 2 HP record. Anyway, very nice. Nah, I mean, you played that perfectly from this point on. There's one consideration that you can make here. Or is it? This was good. But what would be better is if you didn't drive rush and it was just a check with 2 MP. Anyway. So you get the safe jump here, and Ryu doesn't back roll. I wonder. Ooh. You mistimed something there. But I don't think, well, it's more tricky, I guess, with the light kick, safe jump. Okay. Control the right person this time. That just means you have to time the light arrow kick so it hits a bit later. Huh. Oh, I see. This for you went for a throw. So maybe this wasn't just like interesting. I'm just thinking, can you kill from here? You know, instead of going for. That was a very tricky timing. It's an annoying thing is that when you set a point to replay in the replay review, it throws off your timing a lot. So you have to set it far enough back where you can essentially do the whole combo again or manually re-input the situation. Let's see. You did point out in your stream the other day to try and point out situations where you can kill, and this might be one of them. Okay, I guess this is the thing you have to do. That would clash with a 4th frame, by the way. Oh. This is hard to do without getting the full HP. Oh man. Okay, you have to spend SA1 there. That's probably what you should have done. You know, it's just winning in one less interaction. It's always gonna make your Jamie more consistent in winning. Another jump. Just stand still and light arrow kick. Yeah, I think from watching your stream last time, a lot of these players just take a lot of risks, including yourself, so you know, if you're ready for the drive rush check or the anti-air, your opponent's going to be put at 50% HP most of the time. And you'll win a lot more. Playing with heart, I see. It pays off. Right. Do you go into level 2 now? No. Okay. Right here is the perfect time to go into level 2. I'll show you why. You know, the Ryu's in the corner, guessing for the game against a level 4 Jamie. That's how you use SA2 most of the time. Or perhaps it's a better way to say that using SA2 in these guaranteed punishes, punish counter 5 HK, counter drive impact, you know the opponent's going to end up in the corner, so... Or the other applications of SA2 are just using it in neutral to recover from burnout, or using it on block to force some kind of mix-up, but those situations come with a bit of risk where the SA2 might not pay off, but using SA2 to get your opponent in the corner straight away and start safe jumping and building your resources back, it's probably always going to be good. So it's always going to be good to go for. Anyway, moving on. I mean, you also have a meaty drive impact setup as well. Might as well show that. I mean, you know, it feels closer to the corner. I mean, you could also do it like this as well. Oh wait, we don't have dive kick. Well, if you had the dive kick combo, you just DI instead of dash. 5 MP there. Oh yeah. Also, just doing this is good. Okay. Yeah, just doing 2 HP DI. Essentially, there's a very good chance if the opponent's in the corner and burnt out, you're going to win the round, which is the 2 win conditions you want to be unlocking. Yeah, so you're going to be playing Jamie normally, skipping the SA2. I mean, there you could 5 HK. Maybe not. Oh, we just do it sooner, I suppose. Oh, control the right person. Well, I'm not going to show that. It's just going to be sweep drink. I would consider this to be a really good situation as well. We have one drink already. The opponent's at half drive meter, so you can bully them. You risk the jump here, and you throw away your lead. This jump is not too bad. It has some risk, but you're center stage now, so the chance of you getting pushed into the corner is a lot lower, which is, you know, it's an okay jump for repositioning. I mean, I think you need to get into the habit of staying on the ground and anti-airing. Or if you are going to air, pick an option that gives you better reward, which would be jump HK, sweep drink. This is also another very good. I gotta get the timing. Something like this. And then you just do your mix-ups and win the game. I mean, you could also just go straight into line arrow kick here. Although, if you have to buffer a special move, generally the wrecker is going to leave you a bit safer than, you know, it'll put you at -6, not -50 if you whiff light arrow kick. But ideally going for the safe jump would be better because you have the corner here. Oh, very nice. I'd be looking at this guy's drive meter and doing everything I can to burn him out. Oops. Okay, it's player one. You know, something like that. Oh. Or just do nothing because the Ryu will burn himself out with a drive rush cancel. You know, that can also happen. Oh. You're a roundup, so you can play crazy, you know. But potentially against a better player, 1700, 1800, they're going to be ready for the DI. Okay. Round number 2. I'm assuming these games are in order. Mm. Another thing I noticed is that a lot of people around 1500s, they're good players, but they refuse to play in a efficient way, in a standardized, optimal way. They gamble too much because it's fun. But unfortunately, if you want to win, having fun is not your priority. Wow. Okay, off to a good start. Dive kick can lose very easily to a number of different things, so I would be a bit careful when using it. It's either a light dive kick to bait something, knowing that I'm out of range, or it's a read. My opponent's throwing out a fireball, therefore I dive kick. Okay. That was a good jump. Where is it? Like if this was guile forward heavy kick, you can safely jump forward. Because as you saw there, some players throw out a button and then go for another button immediately after to try and wish punish something. So you can try and gamble on a jump there, which you did. You can buffer OD DP here, but it's hard to do. But technically, it would make you safe to a throw, a dry rush cancel throw. Okay, guessed wrong. You're still plus here, so I might go for something like that. Maybe something like that. It's your turn, right? So keep pressing buttons. And maybe you'll burn out Ryu. Okay. That was an okay jump. This was a great jump. You got out of the corner. But the first thing in my mind would be, how do I stop the Ryu from doing the same thing to me? Because I want to keep Ryu in the corner, because that's burnout and corner. That's the two win conditions you need to win very quickly. So your option after this is to keep pressing buttons. You could even go straight into 5 HP, 2 LP and just loop that and just see what happens. I wouldn't jump here. It's a bit of a huge risk here. Because if you stay on the ground, you can anti-air, and if Ryu doesn't jump, you're still in a good position to get a knockdown in the corner. So that's just unlucky. So another important reason is when you're against a burnt out opponent, you can shut down their options by constantly pressuring them with quick balance, 5 HP, 2 LP, or just walk up 5 LP. And that will get you a lot of counter hits if the opponent's smashing, and it will force them to block. So that will then give you more pressure in the corner. So perhaps you either back off completely or you keep your pressure up. So I guess make a commitment to your decision making. Don't do both. Yeah, commit to whatever idea you have 100% of the time. That was so. You missed this. You missed the Shen Shao there. Very nice. I like to reversal here, just because Ryus tend to press after this forward HP. But don't get me wrong, that's also a bit of a risk, so... Wow, another good jump. I would not be looking here to driver's cancel. You know, this is 2 MP counter hit, OD palm sweep drink. You could even go into level 2 as well. Something like that would be good. This character is very good at snowballing if you pick the right time to go into level 2. I wonder if you get heavy palm off counter hit. 2 MP. No. Another good option would have been... Oh, you don't have back guy. My bad. I guess there's this as well. That could also be very good. Don't sleep on 4 HP. Anyway, the point is, you wasted 3 bars of drive. You had a safe jump and you didn't take it. That's another huge mistake. Why is it a mistake? Because you're at 1 bar of drive. Well, you would have gotten this, so. There was a lot of fun stuff you could have done there. But the main point is you would have reduced your own risk of burnout. So, yeah, good parry. Not sure what that drive impact was for. That's throwing your MR away. Ooh. You know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that was a setup to bait the opponent into jumping, which I have noticed. People jump after a blocked TI like that. Let's see if you can kill here. I guess not. This is probably a good option. Just go for another safe jump to a grab. Well, I guess since you can't kill, you know, some kind of SA2 combo would have been fine as well. I would be a bit careful not pressing parry too much. So so this was also a completely acceptable outcome. Strike throw in the corner. I guess you're baiting a reversal here, which makes sense. Yeah, no reversal baited. Unlucky. I would be looking at my drive here and being like, I don't need to parry anymore, I'm just gonna block. So I would try not to get punish counter thrown here. Well, if only our ODTP was good. Oh. Oh, I'm gonna have to rewind a bit more. I mean, you had this play. Let's see if I can do it. Cross cut. Cross cut. Oh, this is tricky. 5 HP. Another good option is to just drive rush. Drive rush to OP. Because if they press a button, you'll parry it. Because every drive rush starts with a parry. Right, that kills. Yeah. I mean, you could maybe just try a forward dash, or... Although, having the presence of mind to go for a gamble like that for a huge reward, because this would be swapping with the opponent, putting the opponent in the corner, and they have 1 bar of drive, potentially burn out, checkmate GG or whatever pressure you want to throw at them during burnout. And anyway. Yeah. That is just unfortunate. You can't trust Jamie's DP sometimes. It's quite... It's not a Shoto DP, so it's gonna lose the jumps and maybe a lot of different things as well. Like JP does the portal over your head and he takes the portal. Nonsense like that. I would just drive reverse, or I'll just be like, well, you know, hold during a knockdown, just hold parry and forward DI. Drive reversal always comes out frame 1. It's very easy to do that. So if I'm really fucked, I would do that. I'd be like, I can't afford to mess up my DP. Drive reversal time. And the only difference is you do like 200 less damage or something. Maybe 300. So no big deal if you do one over the other. Unless you're trying to win a Capcom Cup. Okay, jumping again. Yeah, Shen Shao time. Okay, guess strong. The overhead. That's a very good jump. So a jump like this completely puts the momentum of the match in your favor. Ryu has less than 3 bars of drive, and he's very close to the corner and burnout. Okay. Yeah, the time is going to be annoying. It would be OD palm sweep drink here. And that'd be a lot better than whatever you're doing here. You would be +4 with a drink instead of -1. So I guess we'll have to practice those counter hit conversions. You'll just have to buffer the OD palm whenever you press 2 MP. Very nice. Safe jump. So the opponent, one, could anti-air this or side-swap with you out of the corner. So you really don't want to jump here. All of your options that you'll be making will be keeping the opponent in the corner. So, in other words, you just go gorilla mode, you just keep punching. Maybe force SC1 to come out, that's good for you. Okay, things worked out for you. Getting +3 drinks here. This was a really good choice. If you're a plus, you need to do something when it's your turn. I'm not sure why you're not just, you know, maybe you're panicking. Which is why it's important to just stick to your flowchart. You know, you don't have to do anything crazy. You know, save the crazy stuff for the 1700s and 1800s. You might just steal a whole game off of them and get 50 MR. Okay. Perfect parry enough? No perfect parry. I mean, it's a lot harder to do the react to a jump and side switch. Oh, this is annoying. You have something like that. If I could do it properly. Oh, this is a very nasty thing you can do. That's a meaty DI. You have to wait for them to cross you over. So like that. It has a timing to it, which is where I'm messing up. Anyway, you definitely have some cool options to swing the momentum of the game. That's very much how I play Jamie. I look for opportunities to pull out an Uno reversal card, level 2, and hopefully just win the round very quickly. Okay. Okay, you're out of the corner. I've made this mistake before. I think all we have to do here Avoid target combo as much as possible. Maybe this goes. It doesn't, lol. Oh, I guess that's your option to kill there. It's a bit tricky to recognize when you have to route differently to go for a kill sometimes. I also need to practice that. Okay. Nice bait on the DP. That was nice to see. Okay. One drink. Two drinks. This is only working because Ryu is not back rolling. I think you only get light arrow kick if Ryu back rolls, so I guess it's better to go for the two dashes or one dash and then manually time Hiroki or get a shimmy or whatever. I wonder if you can kill in. So knowing 2 HP is out of range. Okay. Yeah. So it's going to be important to recognize when you have lethal and when you don't have lethal, because drinking here is pointless because you could just be winning the round. So be more mindful of your super meter and how much HP the opponent has, and at the top of your mental stack, you know, have the punish counter combo ready for a whiff punish. Okay. I like the attempt. Why not? So the funny thing is, he went for the command grab, which is fine. But because you did this, the Ryu was like, okay, I'm gonna cash out. And it's actually in your favor that he wastes SA3 here, because you won't have him for round 3. So either way, this is good for you. And he's in burnout. Don't be scared of burnt out opponents. You know. Okay. Maybe it's not here. Yeah, you want to challenge the opponent when they're burnt out a bit more. Because you have plus, I think it's +2 frame advantage whenever you hit someone in burnout. Or +4. I think it's +4. Okay. I think this is a walk back. Yeah. Oh. 5 HK was fine there without walking back. So it was a bit of a risky jump. That was a good jump. I'm only saying that because this is a hard angle to anti-air on. For something like that, this is an easy anti-air. But this is a lot better of a jump to use to pressure the opponent. Okay, one drink. Lost like 10% health. In these types of situations, you can go for a throw as well. Because the camera is up here, and you're so low to the ground, you can somewhat hide your intentions, hide what your plan is from the opponent. So here's a very good opportunity to do some kind of mix-up. Okay, jumping a bit too much, but it's whatever. Reasonable DP. Nice. These dive kicks are good. I don't know about that drive rush. You could do the same thing with one bar with drive rush to LP. Drive rush to LP grab. Or did you? Oh, you did a drive rush cancel, so. Yeah. I think. Oh. Okay, Ryu doesn't have SA, right? You possibly could have got neutral jumped here and lose the game. Drive rush to RP instead. Okay. That was a very nice DI. Okay. Let's see. I did it too late. This does have an annoying timing. Oh my god. There we go. So this is it's quite an optimal way to go into SA3. 105 scaling. Yeah. But it's hard though. You can drop that 5 HK SA3. It's very easy to drop. Just like that. I wonder if there's something better you could have done. Plus 16, by the way. you do have a drive rush grab or 5 MP on plus 16. It's a bit tricky, but you had some options to kill there. Oh yeah, something I saw Blaz doing was this. So that's something to try. I would do 2 OP into Wrecker, but I guess the target combo is a bit better. So I'll be trying that next time I play. Another thing to think about is avoiding scrambles like this. Both players could win. It's very stressful. You don't want this. Holy shit, well done. That was crazy. Jamie wins. So you want to plan ahead and look into the future and decide, what options can I take to avoid a scramble, to put my opponent in the corner and stack the odds in my favor so that I can win very quickly with minimum risk and maximum reward. So that is stuff to think about. I believe the next set of matches was a Guile. And there's lots of interesting things you can do against Guile. Girls like to use the sonic blades a lot, and then I just say, okay, I'm gonna drink. But a good Guile player would just throw out the booms, throw out the fireballs non-stop, making sure there's always a fireball on the screen. That's how you play Guile. Against the Jamie, at least. Other characters, you have more leeway to go for different set play options that give you better Oki, better situations. But poor Jamie just loses to fireballs if they're on the screen. There's not much you can do. Red star jump. I don't think I was gonna clip you with like a medium kick. Okay. I would be using overheads instead of sweeps against Guile. The Guile will have to think a bit more which way he's blocking. A very awkward situation where you had to enter, yeah, but you took the drink, which is also good. Okay, sweeping a little bit too much. but the girl's not punish, you know, punish counter hitting you, so. Oh my god. This is actually a bad habit the lower ranked Jamie players do, where they might say something like, I'm struggling leveling up my character. But sweep drinking is definitely very good, but it's just a huge risk every time you sweep. Especially this much. Okay. Should be a drink here. Nice. We are +8 here, so. Oh man. I wonder why the +7 2MK doesn't work. Maybe I'm not timing it right. Okay, that works. So if you're going to gamble, be ready for the counter hit situations. Sorry, the trade. That's annoying. You know, this would be like Shen Shao time, driver's council. So whenever you gamble, I've told you this before with going for a meaty throw and it gets jumped, just assume that, or put your mental focus on the thing that you have to react to, basically. Or because if this back eye gets blocked, whatever, you're dead. On hit, during the back eye animation, it's like 2 seconds. But if you were thinking about the clash, you'd be like, okay, 5 HP. And put Gao in the corner. But this is just me like nitpicking. Obviously it's hard to do. And not everyone would optimize Jamie to this level. Unless they're, you know, a bit crazy. Okay, there's the infamous Guile. A long leg button. Okay, waste 3 bars of drive. I'd also only driver's cancel if it burns out the opponent, or I get a safe jump, or the worst case for me is that I'm like, okay, I have to throw drink. I guess I'm spending the driver's cancel. So you walk back. Oops. But anyway, I mean, that was light arrow kick. Strike throw, he missed. Okay, power the fireballs. I think here we had... yeah. A cross-up 5MK is very, very good on Jamie. And also, a lot of Jamie's buttons hit on both sides, so deliberately going for jumps on Jamie that cross up the opponent is actually quite strong. because a lot of your stuff will hit the opponent. 5 LK, 5 MK. So, let's see. I don't know, you know, Shed Show or whatever you want to do there. So that backdashing here was a mistake. Because Guile wants you to be at this distance, you're playing into Guile's game plan. What you should be doing is doing this, you know? Then looking for a chance to go in. Okay. That's just unlucky. It kind of feels very difficult to approach Guile. You almost always have to perfect parry his fireballs or like guess right on the jump in or some kind of risky thing. Yeah. So right here, I would have done this. I would have walked forward. And I would have a drink here. Because you've just walked yourself into the corner. Guile could throw you here. Guile could do a lot of nasty stuff. Yeah. The summary would be don't walk yourself to the corner, which is what DJ was telling me when I was playing sets with him. It's a bad habit that I walk back too much. Unfortunately, you have to put yourself at risk of getting hit if you want to hit the opponent. Okay. Not punished. Okay. Just gamble on the sweep. You know, 5 HK is not so bad in this matchup. It would be unlikely to go... Oh my god. I guess you just gotta go into SA3 here. Oh, sorry. Critical art. It's never a waste of super meter if you kill the opponent. Because you could just be avoiding all of this, you know? Don't play neutral against Guile players. Or don't give the Guile an easy game plan. You gotta make them think, how do I get this Jamie off me? He keeps getting in. This guy's crazy. But yeah. Also being patient as well against the zoners. If you're patient, that does yield a lot of rewards. Okay. You 2-0 to this Guile this time. Around start jump. Okay. Yeah, you're definitely gonna have to be. This was fine. I'm not gonna say this was bad. She got a drink, and getting a drink in this matchup is really important. Yeah. So here's where your playstyle of getting to drink level 4 every game can be bad. So if I were you, I would be doing that because I don't want to be dealing with fireballs. However, the other argument could be made that having Bakai is also acceptable. Maybe it just comes down to your preference. Like if you're good at perfect parrying fireballs, take the drink here. I'm not. I'm dog shit at doing stuff on reaction like that, so I'll be going for the strike throw. I think drinking to level 1 is mandatory in all matchups, but past that, it's a bit more matchup dependent. Are there a zoner? Do I need Bakai? So perhaps the right way to think about it is, am I playing to my strengths as a player? And then you just pick that option that best suits your playstyle. I mean, this is bad, but you gotta hit a lot of bad guys to know when to hit the good ones, Yeah. I mean, what's this? This is something to practice. It's very tricky though. I mean, the other way of doing it is having a very early timing. It's very hard though. It is worth learning. You could do this or practice before a ranked game. Because clearly I'm a bit out of practice. mean, I might just do something like this. Anyway, ideally you do the side swap combo, and then Guile is in the corner with no OD flash kick. So I think similar to Edge, you actually have I don't know if plus 39 against Guile is a safe jump in burnout. It might be. You'll have to correct me on that one. Okay. Wow. Yeah, that works. That was good. It's always worth it to gamble for your first drink. Okay. Yeah, you gotta be careful on the sweeps there. Missed an anti-air with light arrow kick. So here, I would recognize that Guile is throwing out a fireball. Now it's punish counter time. Something like this. You know, or whatever. It's actually lucky the SA3 burns out. Yeah, it'll be SA3 burnout. Anyway. And then you'd be in a very, very, very good spot to win. That's not safe. But a lot of lower ranked master players probably won't know that you can't drink on drive reversal. Okay. Very nice. I mean, you probably don't kill here. Okay. Yeah. Oh shit, it says it's CA. Let's see if we can kill him. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's this route. No. I guess you only get a... Yeah, the opponent's health bar would have to be below the drive meter. gonna try SA2. Okay. I guess you can kill with the stun there. You'll have to have a punish counter, 2 HP starter. It's too bad. So you had some options like this, I guess. So if you backdash, you're plus 11, which would mean that during a drive rush, if the opponent would wake up with a cinematic super, you would be plus 0, but it actually lets you cancel into another special. So it might be something like that, but with a cinematic super in between there. I think you also have a melee overhead as well. Yeah, we have a few different options there. Anyway. Nice. So, one thing to consider is that if you use the drive rush as part of a frame kill, you won't get the benefits of the +4 on block. So, going for 5 LK with drive rush, 5 MP or command grab, I think is a bit stronger than drive rush, 5 LK, command grab or 5 MP. But you can obviously mix and match, because the drive rush 5 LK might bait out a reversal more so than doing it the other way around. You'll just have to experiment and observe how different opponents react to different options. Anyway, that's that. It's a good job winning a 2-0 on a go. It's not easy to do on Jamie. You do have to have some fundamentally solid Jamie gameplay. But somehow you still won, doing random jumps and random DIs. So perhaps master rank players are not as scary as people or players below master rank think they are. Okay, final round. No way he's gonna round start jump again. You know, that could be a round start drink. And then the Gao matchup goes from nightmare to it's just a little bit bad. Okay. Reasonable DP. Double drink is fine. But, I mean, or is it? don't know. You're giving up pressure in the corner for 2 drinks, so... Other Jamie players who are better than me would say go for the corner pressure. But, yeah, 2 drinks is also... I mean, just getting the drinks in general is more valuable in this matchup, considering that the character naturally stops you from drinking. So, both options are good. I think we had an anti-air here. Oh, yeah, it's tricky. I'll wait you back, Rod. Maybe 2 HP. No. Well, something like that would have been better. Maybe forward dash. Well, I mean, the thing is with like walking forward or dashing forward, there is that it's always a gamble whether or not they will jump. I can't say that that's good or practical advice in a matchup. It's very situational. Okay. That is unfortunate. That was probably the best outcome you could have had, because this is a safe jump in the corner, and you avoided burnout. Very good stuff. Ooh. You had that. This would have been perfect. Yeah, that that would have been very good if you had the stun there. So yeah, I think that's just recognizing what would give me the maximum reward and minimum risk, and sometimes doing nothing would do that. Oh my god. Yeah, sometimes doing nothing is the best course of action. You don't constantly have to be playing crazy in Street Fighter 6 in order to win. As much as the game's system mechanics wants you to gamble and be crazy. Okay.
Round 2. Fight.
Ground start palm is not bad, but I think you have to go for medium. Okay. Well, that was just not the right combo. If you're going into SA3, you have to do this. Oh, it was on wasn't OD Palm. Well, whatever combo route you do, put the opponent in the corner. Very nice. You have some very nice jump FHKs. This should be a kill. Okay. Oh wait, let's back it up a bit. Okay, it was there. Oh, you can't walk back there. Why can't we backdash and get a, you know, punish counter 2 HP? Oh my god. Can't even 4 HP. Okay. Oh, that's not good. I don't think it was counter hit either. Yeah. +6. Well, this might be tricky. Trying to copy the same thing that you did, which is the normal hit, jump 5 MK. Okay, that's the route to do. Okay, so use that route. Although very hard to do in the moment, of course. Missed an enter, yeah. It's really funny because if the guile just zones you, doesn't jump, doesn't do anything, it's gonna be a hard game. But this guy was fairly undisciplined, you know, jumping at you. So you gotta take the opportunities when you can, especially in bad matchups. Okay. It's better to It's better to win neutral than to win because you gambled on a reversal. I would go for a throw here. It's either a throw, drink, I didn't waste 3 bars, or it's driver's cancel, some kind of block string, and pray that it hits so it's not wasted meter. I think the throw is better. Getting straight to drink level 1 is very, very important. That's okay, I guess. I wonder what you could have done here. Not too much. Maybe 5 MK. It'd be hard to recognize that situation though. I hope the guy, I guess, dropped his link or whatever he was trying to do. By the way, you have a lot of players don't know this, but on punish counter throw, you can. Interesting. I didn't know the bazooka knee dodges a grab like that. But you do have a meaty throw. Maybe I'm just mistiming it. I guess Gal's Heartbox just moves back and makes my throw whiff there. I did not know that could happen. I would go for heavy back guy. Maybe. Oh, that actually hits. So, what was this? Heavy drink wrecker? Like we have level 2, so OD back eye is safe on block or on hit. So it's quite the reasonable gamble to go for. And we get a kill that way. That's actually very cool. Oh, what was this? It's medium wrecker drink. I think the range is the same for any wrecker, and possibly the drink level 4 wrecker and the normal wrecker is the same range, but I don't know. But it's cool that on it's useful to know that on back roll OD back high punish count is there. Nice dive kick. Something that I have observed is that people are more likely to reversal when they're low HP. So, I guess play a bit safer. After all, the next interaction you win is you winning the game. Normally I would say walking back is bad, but considering you burnt yourself out, giving yourself the space to react to fireballs, or to jump over them is probably the best thing you could have done. It's a very nice quick adjustment you made. Oh, come on, you could have killed there. That's such an easy thing to do. Okay. Okay, well. That situation could have been avoided if you baited the reversal a bit earlier. But either way, it was some good Jamie playing, a good way of playing Jamie. I mean, you're just gonna have to not jump as much, and then you'll probably be 1600 just because you'll just stay at 1600 if you stop jumping. That's my guess. I didn't mention this when I gave you some tips on stream, but also get in the practice of checking drive rush with your buttons. So close range, 5 LP target combo, close medium range, 2 MP, and finally far away medium kick or 2 MK. Because that's a really easy way to go into drive rush counts or Shensha. But I guess I'll show you that now. Oh hey Romo, how's it going? Yeah, I just finished those matches you sent me. I'm trying not to waffle so much, but there's also a lot of interesting points and nuance of situations that happen. So I wouldn't do this with Ryu, but because if there's an update, it wipes all of the settings. But I just have Jamie here, and all of these replays. I'll go through them. This is actually great for anyone. So the first one is drive rush 2 LP. And the second one is just a forward jump 5 MK. It might be better to do this on a more popular character like Kami or Jury, or Akuma or something. Yeah. The third one is the eye. Now these two slots are just walking forwards and back. So that's just walking forwards. This is walking back. It's very simple. And the selection rate is 8. High for both of those options. And you get this. You know, and then you can practice not whiffing buttons. Or practice doing this and not getting 6 MK. That happens to me a little bit too much. I added some new stuff as well. This was just blocking, which is the same as I mean, it just adds another layer, you know. Sometimes, so now you actually have to hit confirm it. It's not just assuming everything will hit. Yeah, and this was for me personally. I wanted to also practice getting that. Yeah, similar thing. It's just a slower button, but when you put it all together, you know, maybe take a screenshot of all of this. Look at the selection rates, because when you play it, you'll get something like this. And I could just do this for like half an hour before I play ranked. You know? And you just... Like, did it react to that? Ideally it's... you know, this. But you'll get into the... You'll know when to press this and when to press this based on the range. And if you could do like, and if you can do that, like if you have this set up, you'll just get really, really good at Street Fighter very quickly. Like, or at least your neutral will improve. Now the other thing I mentioned was practicing the Shen Shao combo. As you might have seen, I'm quite consistent with it. But that's only because I spent a few months. So what I would do every morning is I would first of all have a stopwatch. Terrible with it. Well, it's actually quite easy once you've got the muscle memory for it. And I'm sure this side swap DI, like you get a DI punish and you do this timing. I think you know, even Edmains, they'll go, yeah, it's the SE2 is not too hard, you know, once you practice it enough. Anyway, so I would start the stopwatch timer here and then just start doing my Shen Shao combos. I'll just do one side for the sake of demonstration. There is a trick to this. I keep dropping it when I say I'm gonna hit it. Typical. Anyway. So each time I would land a successful Shen Shao, I would go for the drink. There we go. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Probably because I'm not focused. After all, talking and playing is difficult. Okay. I really want to get to 4. Anyway, so this would be one side, and I would reset, jump over, do the other side 4 times. Do 4 on that side, reset. That would be 8 Shen Shaos, that's 1 rep. And do that 5 more times, and that's 40. I'd do that every day as part of like a routine, and I started off, it took me like 20 minutes, and then it was like 6 to 7 minutes, and then like 6 minutes 40 if I was really locked in and not dropping it. But the trick to the Shensha, really. So the first thing to know is that the delay of jump heavy kick changes your frame data. So I won't delay this one. Plus 47. Now if I was to delay this, frame data changed, it's plus 48. And if you just so happen to get the maximum delay, you'll notice it when the camera goes up a little bit. There it is. It's plus 51. But this is the requirement to get the light arrow kick SA1. Also requires a bit of practice. I don't do this often, but everything has to be timed perfectly and come out frame one. So you have to get the height, and then step 2 would be this arrow kick has to come out straight away, so you get even more height. Then you have to buffer SA1. It's tricky. But sometimes you might not be using this route. You might just be looking for the opponent to jump out of the corner, and you could try and delay your 5HK so that you get like a driver's 2MP follow-up or a deep palm. You'll get better rewards for doing so. If I get it, I'll move on. Or if it takes too long, I'll just continue. So you have to buffer this behind this. So the jump 5HK, do this frame 1, and then during the animation of this, you have to buffer SA1. It's can be quite tricky, but it's good to practice. It'll make you a better Jamie player for sure. Anyway, moving on. The point is, it changes the frame data. So the first thing you have to do is make sure that you're mashing jump 5HK, because we want this to be the same timing every time. That will make our life a lot easier. Now, I deliberately did the 5 HP too early. That's a safe jump. I think this was called the bread jump, because it's just a very silly safe jump. I don't know the story behind it, but Caution made a video on it a long time ago. It's very old, like 2 years old. Anyway, this could be considered the early timing of 5 HP. Okay. Look at the frame data, that's plus 49. So when you're trying to find the timing for this, don't do the sweep follow up and just look at the frame data, because plus 49 is what you need for the sweep to connect later on. But if you're a bit late, you'll get plus 48. Now now between plus 43 and plus 48 is what I call the late timing. Now, when you do your Shen Shao, you have two options. You either go for the early timing and go for the safe jump, or you press it a bit later and go for the plus 48 to plus 43 timing. Now, mid-screen, I would probably try and go for the safe jump. You might get a cross-up or something nasty. But in the corner, I would go for the late timing. Because if I fuck it up, between plus 48 and I think plus 45, we have enough time to do light arrow kick. So you might get something like this. That can happen. But it's not, some people say, oh, I have to worry about all of the different outcomes, and that's not quite true, because you can deliberately go for the early timing or the later timing, and then you only have to worry about the combos. Right, it's either a safe jump, you hit the Shen Shao combo, or the plus 49 timing, or you get a light arrow kick. So this comes down to preference, and if you do this a lot, you might not even bother with it, because you'll just recognize when you hit it and when you haven't. But other than that, once you've gotten the hang of this and you understand, oh, that was a safe jump, or yeah. I mean, it's hard to do it at the same time as commentating about it. But you'll get a feel for it, and that's something you have to focus on. And with repetition, you'll build up the muscle memory to just do the Shen Shao combo whenever you need to do it. So I think I'm going to have to start practicing it again every day. Clearly I've been dropping it too much in my range games and in this showcase, but yeah, it's not as hard as people think. Like, you have 3 frame 1 chances to, it's not like that. It's just, did you hit the plus 49 timing? Yes or no? And then your sweep will hit. Now things get a little bit more complicated if you were to say, if you were going for the delayed 5 HK. The problem with this is that you have to delay the 5 HP by the same amount so that the timings line up. You know, sometimes you'll get it, sometimes you won't. But because naturally, because of human error, you're never going to delay this by the same amount every time. I would always advise that you just mash it out, because I always know timing for this, whereas if I delay it, now there's a risk of me mistiming things, because it's different muscle memory, you know, to what I'm used to what I've trained to do. The only advantage, you know, like, to doing this is maybe we're going for the optimal SA1 stuff here. Like, I'll have to lock in to do this combo, but Yeah, that is the general summary of how to get good at the Shen Shao combo. And I really should make a YouTube guide for that. But like I'll probably have, how to break it down, how to find the timing, and then how to practice it, which is very simple. Just do the reps and repetitions every day. 40 Shen Shao combos a day. 10 minutes. If you're shit, 20 minutes, half an hour. But I'll try and put it together and put it into a nice video guide that's very practical and straightforward. I also timed I put my timings into a graph so I can actually show the actual progress of me improving with my timings. And doing that is actually very good if you are a person who needs to see results and progress. Like, oh, I'm not improving. Just look at your times that you've been recording, because without a doubt you will be improving if you keep this up. But this could also be like any combo you don't want to drop, like some kind of SA3 combo. Just save the state. That, for example, has a hard timing. Right. I think the main point I'm saying is that when you know the timings to your specific character, the combos become a lot easier. Because when I started off playing Jamie, I was spending a lot of effort, like mashing my keys and doing crazy stuff just to make sure that my bonus were coming out on time. But when you know the timings, you don't have to waste all of that energy, I guess. Well, this covers the replay reviews and the sort of educational guide, so I'm going to stop the stream for editing purposes, restart it quickly, and hop into ranked, I guess, since we have a few people watching here. It'll be a double stream. Oh yeah, and change the stream name.